Good morning, children. So this is our next lesson after phrases, that is clauses. Here in this lesson we will be seeing the definition of clauses and the different types of clauses, and we will also see how to identify these types of clauses. We will also see how to join sentences using a conjunction and how it is going to become a clause. So before going into clauses in detail, we can see the difference between phrases and clauses. We have already done phrases in the last class, and during conjunctions itself, a brief idea about clauses are given. So we can see the difference. Phrases means it is group of words that are standing together as a unit, and it is not having a subject. You will not be able to see a subject and a verb there. Okay, it is a component of a clause, whereas in the clause it is a grammatical arrangement. It has a subject and a verb. When I say verb, it is a finite verb. Okay, in the phrase, so the main difference between to identify a phrase and clause is like phrase will not have a finite verb, but yes, it can have a non-finite verb, whereas clauses will have a finite verb. Then phrase is a part of a clause only, whereas the clause is an important part of a sentence. Okay, so phrases is like each word of a phrase has a meaning, but collectively it is not forming a complete sense like a sentence. So that is another main difference apart from finite and non-finite verb. Here it is like phrases will not give you a complete thought, whereas clauses will be giving you a complete thought. It cannot stand alone, and it will not give you a complete meaning, whereas a clause can stand alone. A part of the sentence having two parts of speech, that is subject and predicate, it can stand alone. Whereas in the phrase it is a part of the sentence without two parts of speech, that is sentence and predicate, and it does not convey any idea. So phrases, when you identify the phrase, we have already seen that there will be minimum two words. Like we have also seen the different kinds of phrases also. Suppose like if I'm taking the noun phrase also, there will be like two or more than two words. Here we can see some examples like fish swims in the water. It is a prepositional phrase as it is starting with a preposition. And here you can see like there is no finite verb here. In the water, it is a phrase and there is no finite verb here. Here see the next one. Fish swims in the water. Fish swims is a clause. What clause is this? It is a main clause because it can stand alone. And swims is a, it is a finite verb. See the next sentence. She is sleeping on the floor. Again, it is a prepositional phrase because it is starting with a preposition. And on the floor, it is here you can see like there is no finite verb there. And see the second sentence. She is sleeping. So she is sleeping is a clause there. Okay. Whereas because there is a finite verb, the verb is sleeping. Third one, they will meet at the concert. So at the concert, again it is a phrase. It is not giving us complete thought and there is no finite verb. See the next part, they will meet. It is a clause because there is a subject they, and will meet, it is a verb, finite verb. Next one, over the horizon, it is a phrase. He smiled. It is a clause. She is sketching on the wall. On the wall is a phrase and she is sketching, it is a clause. It is a clause. Why? Because is sketching, it is a finite verb. And as we have already mentioned, phrase is a part of the clause itself. So here I have showed you how to identify a phrase and a clause. Like whatever the group of words is underlined, just read it first and after that see whether there is a finite verb. If there is a finite verb, without any doubt it will be a clause. If there is no finite verb, it will be a phrase. So children, we can see the definition of clauses. So as I already mentioned, clauses are also a group of words. There will be a subject and a verb. Verb means there will be a finite verb and it has a complete meaning by itself. Like when we say she goes to school every day. So it is a clause. Why it is a clause? Because it is giving the complete meaning. She is the subject and goes is the finite verb there. Rohan plays football. So again you can say like Rohan plays football regularly. So Rohan is the subject and plays, it is the finite verb. It can change. When I say finite verb, it means like the verb which can change the tense or change according to the subject.